Ladies and gentlemen, I welcome all to my channel. Now we are seeing the series of videos under the heading Do's and Don'ts in purchasing and selling the properties. In the three previous videos, we have seen three important aspects in purchasing or selling the properties. In this fourth video, you are going to see the another fourth important aspect in purchasing or selling the property. If you want to see the other videos, you may watch the previous videos. Today we are going to see the fourth important aspect, namely the encumbrance certificate, which we have to see in purchasing the properties. If you are going to purchase a property, we should ask the vendor to produce the encumbrance certificate for the period of 40 years at least. And we have what is in the encumbrance certificate, we can see various transactions, transfer deeds or documents which have been registered over the particular property over the particular period. In purchasing the property, my advice is that in addition to the encumbrance certificates produced by the vendor, in case we have finalized all the deal and we are also going to purchase a property, my advice is that you should also apply fresh encumbrance certificate and you should see that there is no encumbrance over the property. You may be asking a question. You may ask a question. When the encumbrance certificate is already available, and the encumbrance certificate is already produced by the seller, why should we apply one more certificate? Is it not an additional unnecessary expenses? Like that you may ask a question. But the thing is, the value of the property may be in lakhs or in crores. And there may be malpractice, or there may be a fraud, or there may be a suppression of facts in the encumbrance certificate produced by the vendor. He might have done a mortgage deed and he might have obtained a certificate from the sub-registrar by suppressing or by deleting or by not showing any encumbrance or any mortgage over the property. You may ask a question, hey, it's a government certificate, how it is possible? The thing is, the real fact is that if you go through the encumbrance certificate, in the last line, you may see a word where the registrar would have mentioned, a clear-cut wording would be mentioned. That wording is that the registrar is not responsible in case any entry is missing or any of the discrepancies or any of the mistakes in the certificate. The sub-registrar office or the sub-registrar does not own any responsibility in the errors, mistakes or suppression or any fraud committed over the income certificate. So, we should not totally rely on the encumbrance certificate produced by the vendor. You should also apply one more encumbrance certificate from the concerned sub-registrar office to confirm that the entries or the certificate which is already issued is a genuine certificate and that there is no encumbrance over the property. So there are possibilities. So what is meant by encumbrance certificate? It is a certificate issued by the particular sub-registrar office mentioning the transactions took place over the particular property over the particular period of time. It is not a contract certificate or it is not a clearance certificate. Just because we obtained an encumbrance certificate, it does not mean that the property is free from any encumbrances, or it is free from any cases or litigations, etc. Though it is mentioned as an encumbrance certificate, what really happens is that if you apply an encumbrance certificate over a particular property, the computer will make a search and it will show the entries which are registered over the particular property over the particular period of time with particular description. Supposing the property is survey number is 10 and door number is 5, and you apply an encumbrance certificate from the sub-registrar office for a particular 2-year period, then the computer will search whether any such transaction took place over this particular survey number 10 or over the particular door number, say 5, or over this particular period. Supposing any transaction took place prior to the period or after the period, it will not be mentioned in the encumbrance certificate. Supposing a transaction is registered even in a particular period and the survey number is mentioned differently, because there is a possibilities. Suppose at one point at a time there would be a survey number 10. Suppose a property is divided, then they will give a subdivision 10 bar 1, 10 bar 2. Then again, if it is divided 10 bar 2A, like that there is a possibility that the survey number would have been changed during the long period of time. Previously, OS number was mentioned as survey number, so now it is RS number. Resurvey number is mentioned, and some place TS number is mentioned. So there are possibilities that one survey number might have changed into another number, or subdivided as a sub number, or revised as some other number, and TS number would have been mentioned. So that is why, to secure our interest and to avoid any fraud or to avoid any future loss, we will advise them to apply another encumbrance certificate mentioning all the relevant numbers mentioned in all your documents. So supposing the survey number is 10 and subsequently it was the government has assigned on RS number some 20. So if you apply as encumbrance certificate over survey number 10, and supposing there is a mortgage is registered with resurvey number as 20, then the encumbrance certificate will not show the concerned mortgage deed which is registered with the resurvey number. So you should not only see the encumbrance certificate produced by the vendor, we should also apply fresh certificate, and we should give proper description, proper survey number, proper boundary clearly in your application. So the vendor might have obtained encumbrance certificate with wrong description, with wrong survey number, or with suppressing some other details, by which he might have managed to get a nil encumbrance certificate from the sub-registrar office. But when you apply with all proper particulars, details, survey number, description, then the computer search may find out all the transactions, and you do automatically produce all such transactions which took place over the property. From that, you can easily find out the relevant transactions or encumbrances made over the particular property. So next question is how long we should, to what period you should apply encumbrance certificate. My advice is that you at least apply for 40 years. 40 years transaction is really required to confirm that there is no litigation or no problem over the property. One more question you may be asking: supposing there is a case in the court or any litigation in the court, will it be reflected in the encumbrance certificate? The answer is no. The encumbrance certificate will not show, will not make, will not convey us any litigation over the property. Because if any case is filed in the court, that will not be informed to the sub-registrar. So that type of litigation will not be mentioned in the encumbrance certificate. Then what is mentioned in the encumbrance certificate? In the encumbrance certificate, only those transactions registered in the particular register office alone will be shown. That's one more important thing. Once upon a time, there was limited sub-registrar office. Now, one area is the area due to the expansion of city, several sub-registrar office has been formed. So, assuming that our property is at one point of time is under one particular sub-registrar office, subsequently on subdivision, the sub-registrar office the sub-registrar limit is changed to another limit. In such circumstances, if you apply encumbrance certificate in particular previous one sub-registrar office, then that type of certificate will also show the wrong entries. It will not give the clear-cut picture. Assuming for a moment. Once upon a time, suppose there are limited sub-registrar office, say North Madras, South Madras, Central Madras, like this sub-registrar office. Then after the development, several sub-registrars has come. The jurisdiction of the one limit is transferred to another limit. So, once upon a time, when it was under the jurisdiction of the particular original sub-registrar office, when you apply encumbrance certificate over the particular sub-registrar office, then and after subdivision, after the formation of new sub-registrar office, and supposing that property limit has been changed to another sub-registrar office, and another mortgage deed or loan document is registered in the subsequent registrar office, and assuming that the encumbrance certificate is obtained in the first sub-registrar office, then the encumbrance certificate issued by the first registrar office will not show the transaction or the loan or mortgage which was registered in another office. So when we solely rely on the encumbrance certificate produced by the seller, then there is a possibility for us to lose. They may suppress. They may not have made it conveyed as the proper things. So on the other hand, when you personally go to the sub-registrar office and make an application for encumbrance certificate, then the concerned sub-registrar or the concerned staff will inform you, sir, as far as this property is concerned, from this year to this year, it was in our limit. So you apply an AC only for this office. From this year to this year, this property limit has been changed to another sub-registrar office. So for that period, you please apply in that sub-registrar office. Thereafter, that limit was changed to another sub-registrar office. You go and apply sub-registrar office in that place. So you get an encumbrance certificate for this period, particular period in our office, the next period to this office, and the subsequent period present application to the particular office. Like that, he will give you proper advice, and you will also you can also get a proper encumbrance certificate from the proper office, and you can see whether any such transaction and encumbrance has registered over the property or the particular. So these are all the things which we will have to bear in mind in perusing or in verifying the title of the property through encumbrance certificate. If there is a court case, and that will not be automatically reflected in the encumbrance certificate. Once a court order is there and the court order is communicated to the sub-registrar office, then it will be entered in the registration records, then it will be shown in the sub-registrar office. Even in that case also, there is a risk. Suppose the court did not inform any such order, it won't be shown. And if the court informed the thing to a wrong sub-registrar office, then it will not be mentioned in the encumbrance certificate. That also you will have to see it and check it thoroughly in verifying the title of the property. So, this is the fourth important aspect in purchasing and selling the property. And we have to verify the encumbrance certificate. You have to see the you have to apply proper encumbrance certificate, and you have to verify the title through the encumbrance certificate, and you'll have to make it double checkup through double certificate, one produced by the vendor, and we should one through the your own income certificate obtained from the concerned sub-register office. You need not simply apply for income certificate all the time. Once you finalize your deal that you are going to purchase the property, then at the time you apply. Before completing this, before paying this sale price and before making the registration, you apply another certificate to make it to have a double checkup. So that is the idea, that is the advice I want to give you to the viewers through this video. So, ladies and gentlemen, we will see the next important aspect in the next video. In addition to that, if you have any doubts over the legal issues, you may watch my two channels. Razyak Law Tube is an English channel. Razyak Sattam Arivam is a Tamil channel. And you may also see all my videos in my websites, Ali Associate Chennai, with the details of which is shown here in the last portion of a video. So through the videos, you can enrich your knowledge, legal knowledge, and you can clarify all your doubts. In addition to that, if you have any specific doubts or if you need any specific consultation, you can contact the cell number. If time so permits, I will try to clear your doubts through my consultation or online consultation. We will see the next important aspect in the next video. Until then, goodbye. Razia Kali.